Welcome to the Ahern video podcast. Today I want to talk about never giving up. In my business, we receive distressed telephone calls all the time, and even though it's a different person and they believe their challenges are different, it normally comes down to the fact that they've run out of money, they've run out of their line of credit, they've tapped all their personal resources, they're on the verge of just giving up, and we're the last resort. Then when you tell them this is what we can do but this is what our charges are, they say, well, how am I going to do that? And I had one sad story recently where a fellow contacted me. He said, I'm not where I need to be. The company's consistently losing money, and I've told my wife that we're probably going to have to sell the house or lose the house. And I said, well, you've already given up. Well, no, I haven't given up. I'm just being realistic. Well, there's always a solution to the problem. I think the problem that we have as a society is sometimes we don't like the medicine. When you're struggling and you owe creditors, is it stressful? Absolutely. But you got yourself into this mess. And now you have to start getting yourself out of it. But there is a reprogramming process. What happens is you're beat up so often and you feel numb that you just don't see light at the end of the tunnel. And I explain our processes. All of my auditors are ex-presidents and CEOs of trucking companies, and my grandmother used to cook in a pressure cooker, so the thermometer would go and then when you took the top off, all the gas escaped and you were relieving all the pressure. What I find most humorous is that someone will say, well, I can't afford X, but yet if you go to the hospital, and you know, I've said I have 5 children, 4 of my own and a stepchild, and that doctor says this child isn't going to make it unless you have immediate surgery, you don't question the cost. The only thing you're going to question is how you're going to come up with the money, but you're going to come up with it. Because you don't want to lose that child. That child's a very important part of your life. It's the same thing in a business. Your business is your child. Your business is your retirement. Your business is your blood, sweat, and tears that you put in for a number of years. So my point is, don't give up. Find a way. Take some direction. You know, if you have cancer, what do? You go to somebody that's going to show you how to kill the cancer. Well, when you're not succeeding in your business, what do? You go to the doctor to make sure the cancer can be removed. You don't say, doctor, I can't afford your charges. It's the same thing in a business. I probably talk to 15 to 20 situations like this every week. And they're not just small little companies. Some of them are very, very large. But I think the point I'm making is that there always is a solution to the problem. There always is a way to solve the problem. There always is a path that you can take that will eventually get you to where you want to be. But it's a painful path. It's a challenging path. It's a path that's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to be a path that's going to always put you on a reactive basis. And sometimes we don't like that. Sometimes we just say, I'm numb, I'm tired, I'm fed up, and I want to go on my life. But when you think about that, how do you go on with your life if your life is surrounding your business and the failure of your business directly affects your family? And you need to think about that. Sometimes we get our egos in the way. I said many years ago, 30-something years ago, I lost everything because I let my ego get in the way. And I became another statistic. But it was a great learning process for me. Because I learned that too much leverage can hurt you. Not surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you is the kiss of death. And thinking that you have all of the solutions to the problems are catastrophic in a business. I've been in trucking over 40 years. I've owned Ahern and Associates 28 years, and I'm constantly learning every day. I'm constantly learning from my staff. I'm constantly learning from my customers. So the point I'm trying to make is, 1, if you have a problem, and 2, you can't solve the problem internally, 3, go out and find some help. Get someone that really understands what they're doing, that understands transportation, that has a history of successful track records, and then be willing to make the commitment to do whatever it takes emotionally to bridge that gap. Until next time, thank you for attending the podcast.